Of AT&T customers could be at risk after a recent data breach. The company says no confidential information was leaked, but cybersecurity experts say the risk of that happening could still be out there. WKYT's Alyssa Williams has more in a story that's new at 11.
Unfortunately, we live in an era right now where these daily data breaches and data leaks are commonplace.
AT&T says the phone numbers of millions of customers were accessed by a third-party platform.
When you think of it in terms of maybe government employees, that's where it really becomes a problem, right? Because it's a matter of national security in some instances.
The company says the breach took place over 5 months in 2022, and they don't think this data can be accessed by the public.
Any possible place that you're giving information to very well may be targeted one day.
While the company says this leak does not include personal information like customer names or birth dates, cybersecurity experts like Alex Risen with Phishing Box say hackers can always get more information through phone numbers.
I can spoof your phone number. I can make it look like I'm contacting one of your loved ones or a friend. Maybe it's a colleague at work. And then I can get them to at least think that I'm you and have them do an action that they otherwise maybe wouldn't have.
Risen says while leaks like this are out of our hands, we can increase our own cybersecurity.
To vary your passwords, make sure that you have different passwords for different systems so that if one is compromised, your same username and password isn't used across multiple different platforms.
In Lexington, Alyssa Williams, WKYT.
The World Economic Forum reports the cybercrime industry is projected to be worth more than $10 trillion by next year. So Risen adds to never give out confidential information via text or online unless you can verify the source that is receiving that information.